This is Shlishi, the third reading of our weekly Torah portion of Vayetze. It's found in Genesis chapter 29, verses 18 through all the way until verse 13. It's a longer aliyah. It's 31 verses, starting with verse 18 of chapter 29. Vayehav Yaakov et Rachel vayomer e'evadcha sheva shanim berachel bitcha ketana. And Jacob loved Rachel, and he said, I will work for you 7 years for Rachel, your younger daughter. Vayomer Lavan tov titi ota lach, v'titi ota li'ish acher, shva imadi. And Lavan said, it is better that I give you her than I should give her to another man. Stay with me. ויעבוד רחל, יעקב ברחל 7 שנים, ויהיו בעיניו כימים אחדים באהבתו אותה. So Jacob works for Rachel 7 years, but they appeared to him like a few days because of his love for her. ויאמר יעקב אל לבן, הבה את אשתי, כי מלאו ימי ואבוא אליה. And Jacob said to Lavan, give me my wife, for my days are completed, that I may come to her. Vaye'esof Lavan et kol anshe hamakom vayas mishteh. So Lavan gathered all the people of the place, and he made a feast. Vayehi ba'erev vayikach et Leah bito, vayaveh ota elav, vayavo eleha. And it came to pass in the evening that Lavan took his daughter, Leah, and he brought her to him, and he came to her. Vayiten Lavan la et Zilpah shivchato leLeah bito shivcha. And Lavan gave Zilpah his maidservant to his daughter Leah as a maidservant. Vayihi baboker v'hinei hi Leah. Vayomer el Lavan, ma zot asita li? Halo berachel avadati mach v'lama rimitani. And it came to pass in the morning, and behold, she was Leah. So he said to Lavan, what is this that you have done to me? Did I not work with you for Rachel, for Rachel? Why have you deceived me? Vayomer Lavan, lo ya'asechen bimkomenu latet hatzira lifnei habechira. And Lavan said, it is not done so in our place to give the younger one before the firstborn. Maleh shavua zot v'nitna lecha gam et zot ve'avoda asher ta'avod imadi od 7 shanim acherot. Complete the wedding week of this one, and we will give you this one too, for the work that you will render for me for another 7 years. ויעש יעקב כן, וימלא שבוע זאת, ויתן לו את רחל ביתו לו לאישה. And Jacob did so, and he completed the week of this one, and he gave his daughter Rachel to him as a wife. ויתן לבן רחל ביתו את בלהה שפחתו לה לשפחה. And Lavan gave his daughter Rachel, his maidservant Bilhah, for a maidservant. Vayavo gam el Rachel vayehav gam et Rachel milea vayavod imo od 7 shanim acherot. And he came also to Rachel, and he also loved Rachel more than Leah, and he worked with him yet another 7 years. Vayar Adonai ki snua Leah Vayiftach et Rachma v'Rachel akara. And the Lord saw that Leah was hated, so he opened her womb, but Rachel was barren. Vatahar Leah v'telet ben, vatikra shemo Reuven. Ki amra, ra'a Adonai be'ani, ki ata yehevani ishi. And Leah conceived and bore a son, and she named him Reuven. For she said, because the Lord has seen my affliction, for now my husband will love me. ותהר עוד ותלד בן ותאמר כי שמע אדוני כי שנואה אנוכי ויתן לי גם את זה ותקרא שמו שמעון. And she conceived again and bore a son, and she said, since the Lord has heard that I am hated, he gave me this one too. So she named him Shimon. ותהר עוד ותלד בן ותאמר אתה הפעם ילווה אישי אלי כי ילדתי לו 3 בנים על כן קרא שמו לוי. And she conceived again and bore a son, and she said, now this time my husband will be attached to me, for I have borne him 3 sons. Therefore he named him Levi. ותהר עוד ותלד בן ותאמר הפעם אודה את אדוני על כן קרא שמו יהודה ותעמוד מלדת. And she conceived again and bore a son, and she said, this time I will thank the Lord. Therefore she named him Yehuda, and then she stopped bearing. And now we go on to chapter 30. ותרא רחל כי לא ילדה ליעקב ותקנא רחל באחותה ותאמר ליעקב הבה לי בנים ואם אין מתה אנוכי. And Rachel saw that she had not borne any children to Jacob. And Rachel envied her sister. And she said to Jacob, give me children, and if not, I am dead. ויחר אף יעקב ברחל ויאמר, התחת אלוהים אנוכי, אשר בנה ממך פרי בטן. And Jacob became angry with Rachel, and he said, am I instead of God, who has withheld from you the fruit of the womb? ותאמר, הנה אמתי בלהה, בוא אליה ותלד, על ברכי, ויבנה גם אנוכי ממנה. So she said, here is my maidservant Bilhah. Come to her, and she will bear children on my knees, so that I too will be built up from her. ותיתן לו את בלהה שפחתה לאישה, ויבוא אליה יעקב. So she gave him her maidservant Bilhah for a wife, and Jacob came to her. ותהר בלהה ותלד ליעקב בן. And Bilhah conceived, and she bore Jacob a son. ותאמר רחל, דנני אלוהים וגם שמע בקולי, ויתן לי בן, על כן קרא שמו דן. And Rachel said, God has judged me, and he has also hearkened to my voice, and has given me a son. So she named him Dan. ותהר עוד ותלד בלהה שפחת רחל, Ben Sheni Yaakov. And Bilhah, Rachel's maidservant, conceived again and bore Jacob a second son. Vatomer Rachel Naftule Elohim Niftalti Imachoti Gam Yacholti Vatikra Shimo Naftali. And Rachel said, with divine bonds I have been joined to my sister, and I have also prevailed. So she named him Naphtali. Some translate Naphtali like some kind of a wrestling, some kind of a struggle, or like, yes, wrestling actually. They translated bonds over here, but okay, anyway. Verse number 9 is Vaterelea ki amda miledet vatikach et zilpa shivchata v'titen ota Yaakov l'isha. When Leah saw that she had stopped bearing children, she took her maidservant Zilpah and gave her to Jacob for a wife. Vateled Zilpah shivchat Leah Yaakov ben. And Zilpah, Leah's maidservant, bore Jacob a son. Vatomer Leah ba Gad. Vatikra et shemo Gad. And Leah said, luck has come. So she named him Gad. Gad. Gimel Daled. Vateled Zilpah shivchat Leah ben Sheni Yaakov. And Zilpah, Leah's maidservant, bore Jacob a second son. Vatomer Leah be'oshri ki ishruni banot. Vatikra et shemo asher. And Leah said, because of my good fortune, for women have declared me fortunate. So she named him Asher.